What's up, guys? Do you remember the first AGM smartwatch? We made a video about it a couple of months ago on our channel, Tech Brothers. Now the company has released its second smartwatch, which is actually a pro version of the previous one. It has a similar rugged design and the same display, but comes with an important new feature – offline maps. We will check out how it works in this video. The AGM Legion Pro smartwatch also has a built-in GPS, compass and barometer altimeter, more than 100 sports modes, Bluetooth phone calls, and many other features. We will talk about them in this full review, but let's start with unboxing. You know, the box of the new AGM Legion Pro smartwatch looks the same as the previous watch. Even the features on the back are the same. They could at least add offline maps here. However, the package contents are a little different. Here you will find a magnetic charging cable, user manual and instructions on how to use offline maps. The smartwatch comes with an orange strap pre-installed, and there is also a separate black strap included. That's really cool. You can choose the strap that suits your style best. You know, these straps are identical and differ only in color. They are made of silicone and the buckle is made of metal. I couldn't find any other straps for this smartwatch, but overall I think you can use any 22mm strap, such as metal or leather. They will look good with a black case. By the way, the AGM Legion Pro is only available in black. Its dial is made of metal and the case is made of plastic. You know, the new watch is a little different from the previous model, namely it has numbers on the dial as well as texture. Otherwise, it looks the same, including the crown and button on the right side, charging pins and health tracking sensors on the back panel. There is also a microphone on the right side and a speaker on the left side for Bluetooth phone calls. Even the size and weight of the new AGM Legion Pro remain the same, 48 by 48 by 13 mm and 56 grams. I like that it is a compact and a lightweight smartwatch. It is very comfortable for sports, everyday use or even sleep. At the same time, the manufacturer claims that the watch has a rugged design, namely a US military protection standard and 5 ATM water resistance. To be honest, its plastic case doesn't look very sturdy, but I think the metal dial will withstand shocks and drops. The screen also has Gorilla Glass. Talking about display, it has a diagonal of 1.43 inches and 600 nits brightness. You know, I think the screen has been updated in terms of refresh rate. Now it is 60 Hz and it is very smooth. I don't remember the previous watch having such a smooth interface. Perhaps the operating system is also different. The AGM Legion Pro smartwatch supports always-on display mode. But it doesn't have an ambient light sensor for automatic screen brightness adjustment. Okay, now let's talk about the functions. The new AGM smartwatch has only 3 watch faces out of the box. The main one is new, while the other 2 are the same as on the previous watch. In the mobile app, you can find many other watch faces and download them to your smartwatch. I told you that the AGM Legion Pro probably has a new system, or at least a newer version, because it has different icons and widgets. By swiping down, you can read new notifications. There are widgets available by swiping right and left, such as heart rate monitor, sleep monitor, music control, etc. In the quick settings menu, you can see battery level and digital time, as well as other functions such as screen brightness, silent mode, raise to wake, do not disturb mode, flashlight, phone calls, low power mode and settings. When it comes to the settings menu, here we have notifications, sound and vibration, display, D&D, auto detect, layout, Customize down button. Lock screen when off wrist. And system. By pressing the crown on the side of the watch, you can enter the app list. You know, I told you that it is more likely a new version of the operating system than a different one, because the app list on the new AGM Legion Pro looks the same as on the previous AGM Legion. There are many functions available here, such as exercise modes, exercise records, map, activity, heart rate, SpO2, sleep, stress, breathe, contacts, phone, AliPay, alarm, stopwatch, timer, world clock, barometer, compass, weather, reminders, music, camera, calendar, find phone, flashlight, watch faces and settings. So most of the functions are familiar to me, but I was surprised to see AliPay here. The smartwatch doesn't have NFC, but it uses QR codes for contactless payments. Unfortunately, this feature is not very popular or even doesn't work in my country. I'm not sure. I also saw a map on this list. This icon reminds me Google Maps, but I don't think the watch really uses Google Maps. We will check this a little later, but now let's look at the mobile app. You know, the companion app for the AGM Legion Pro is the same as the previous watch. This is another sign that they have the same system. It is called AGM Nexus. There is even the previous watch left in the app, but I don't have the watch itself anymore. We can add the Pro model now. Overall, the app's functions are the same as before, namely today's health data on the homepage, exercise screen, and device settings. In the dial center, you can download new watch faces on the smartwatch. There are also health monitoring settings available. Reminder settings, message notifications, and frequent contacts. You can find some more device settings, weather settings, find device, and device language, a GPS update, world clock, and offline maps in the app. I already showed you how you can call from the AGM Legion smartwatch in the previous video, and you can do the same on the new AGM Legion Pro. You just need to add frequent contacts in the app and then call someone from the watch. You can also accept or reject call when someone calls you. However, quick responses are not available here. The main new feature of the AGM Legion Pro smartwatch is offline maps. Let's see how to use it. If you open Maps on the smartwatch, you will see that it is not downloaded and you need to download it through the app. So open the app on your smartphone again, go to Device and select Offline Maps. I don't have any maps here, so let's download one. Here you can enter your city or region and then select the map to download. The minimum map range is 5 by 5 kilometers and the maximum is 50 by 50 kilometers. Finally, just press the Load Map to Local button and wait until it is downloaded to the watch. Now you can go to the Maps on the smartwatch and see the downloaded map here. Make sure that the GPS is detected and you can start moving. By pressing the plus or minus button, you can zoom the map. You can also do that with the crown button on the side of the watch. By the way, you need to click on the toolbox on the left side and then select Record, so the watch will track your movement on the map. When you finish your workout, click on Toolbox again and press the stop button to end track recording. During your next workout, you can go back to Toolbox, My Track and select the same route, and then go through it, forward or reverse. You know, this is a really useful feature. Yes, you need a mobile app to download the map, but after that, all the offline maps features are available on the watch. By the way, I found that the GPS tracking is very accurate. I also want to show you workout modes of the AGM Legion Pro smartwatch. There are 10 sports modes available on the watch. But you can delete some of them and add new ones in the mobile app. Pool swimming and open water swimming are even available here. However, I don't have anywhere to swim nearby, so we will just show you walking mode. During the workout, you can see important information on the watch, such as heart rate, distance, calories, pace, etc. You can also control the music on your watch. After completing your workout, you can find even more data about the training process here. Let's also check the heart rate, SpO2 and stress measurements. I think these indicators are quite accurate and the sensors work well. When it comes to the battery of the AGM Legion Pro smartwatch, it has a battery capacity of 370 mAh. The manufacturer claims 10 days of heavy use and more than 30 days on standby. I think the smartwatch will last about 2 weeks with normal use, but if you exercise every day, especially with GPS tracking, the battery will drain faster. Okay, let's sum up. You know, the AGM Legion Pro looks almost the same as the previous smartwatch, and it only has a little different dial with numbers. However, this is still a rugged smartwatch with high standards of shock and water resistance. At first glance, the display hasn't changed, but in fact, it has a higher brightness of 600 nits and a 60 Hz refresh rate, which is really noticeable. As for the functions, the main new feature is offline maps, and it is really convenient to use. Now you don't need a smartphone when hiking, running, cycling, etc. You can track your movements on the map directly on the watch. The other functions of the AGM Legion Pro are pretty standard for modern smartwatch, such as Bluetooth phone calls, notifications, reminders, music control, camera control, etc. So it looks like a really good sports watch from the popular brand AGM. The upgrades in the Pro version are really worthwhile, and if you already have the AGM Legion, you should think about buying the AGM Legion Pro. Thank you for watching. See you soon!